So the New England Patriots were this close to making a crazy comeback against the Philadelphia Eagles. The defense showed up and showed out. But late in that game, there were a couple questionable fourth down calls by Bill Belichick and Bill O'Brien. And Belichick actually defended his fourth down calls by saying this in the postgame.
It was the best decision for the team. Made the best decision we could at the time. Didn't know we'd be down there, multiple times. 6 minutes to go in the game. I don't know. Big kick that I'm sure you'd be asking Levin to go for it.
Classic Bill Belichick answer. But I want to know, overall, though, yes, a couple bad plays, a couple mistakes here and there. I want to know, what were your overall takeaways from Sunday's game?
My heart was pounding there at the end of the game when the Patriots had the chance to win it. They moved the ball down the field. They had the defense came up big and got the ball back for them. I think that if they had a couple more games under their belt, and they played kind of like they did after they got started. They played terrible at the beginning, but after they got going, they showed what they could do on offense. They showed that defense could really stop a Super Bowl team in their tracks for multiple possessions. I think that Belichick would have probably kicked the field goal there. I just don't think he had enough. He's seen enough of that offense to say, yeah, you know what, we could probably stop him. The offense can come back down the field and get another field goal. That 6 points would have won the game by 1 point. But you don't know what would have happened, whether Hurts would have fumbled the ball again or whether that would happen. It's hard to say, but I think in retrospect, they probably wish they kicked the field goal,
And that's what's crazy about it. At the time, you were down by, 5 points? You kick a field, or however long you were down by. Oh, no, you were down by, I think, 11 at that point or something like that. You were going to need to kick a field goal.
No, I think they were down by 5, right? The second time down they were, but the second time down they had to go for it, right? It was only less than 30 seconds left.
Right.
So the first time down, I think they were down by 11, right? That would have got them down by 8. No, I don't think so.
No. I
think it was still 25-20 because if they kicked the field goal and been down by 8, then when they went down and got the score, they would have gone for 2. They would have gone for 2, and that would have made it a tie game.
You wouldn't need to go on for 2 anyway, and then that was the big point there, was the fact that you were taking a risk when you didn't need to. Kick a field goal because your defense was stopping Hurts. That was the shocking thing, just how great the Patriots defense was really especially good in that front 7.
Yeah.
Now, Christian Gonzalez, first NFL game as a rookie, he did not have a great game. He was actually the 3rd lowest graded player on that Patriots defense, but he was guarding, Devontae Smith at times and A.J. Brown at times. They
put him on the best receiver in the situations. I mean, they put a lot of confidence in him for a guy who's playing his first NFL game.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing, yes, Mac Jones and Ezekiel Elliott had a fumble. Mac Jones had an interception that I think it was Kendrick Bourne he intended to hit.
It was a poor throw.
Hit him in both his hands though.
But it was a rocket pass and it was on the rise, and that's something Mac Jones had trouble with last year. But after that, he calmed right down. He completed like 10 or 11 in a row.
Yeah, no,
with 2 TDs,
and that was very impressive. Mac Jones, I mean, I think it was the most attempts of his entire career. He actually led the entirety of Week 1 in pass attempts with 54 because the running game wasn't all that great.
It was terrible.
They had, and this is a big thing, the offensive line was dealing with several injuries.
Yeah.
I think they had 3 new offensive linemen in there. Riley Reif is on the IR. They brought up Calvin Anderson. Cole Strange was out. And Michael Owenu was out. So you had 2 brand new guards, and the running game could just not establish itself. And Mac Jones, I got to give it to him. Yes, he took 2 sacks, but he was getting pressured on basically a third of his dropbacks, and he only had 2 sacks on that, which is incredible. I have the number here. When you drop back, let's see if I can get it up quickly. So based on that game, right, Mac Jones was pressured on, it was about 31 to 33%. 33%. He had 58 dropbacks. So the fact that you only get 2 sacks on 58 dropbacks while being pressured, a third of the time is impressive. And another thing, people say he doesn't have good pocket awareness. He was doing some Tom Brady electric slides in the pocket there, sliding left, making a throw, sliding right, stepping up. I mean, for a guy who a lot of people don't think he has good pocket presence, he was moving around in the pocket. He was doing like Dance Revolution in the pocket.
Yeah,
he was
one
very,
of the
very
best.
impressive.
I'd say, given all the quarterback performances of a Sunday, he had one of the best ones.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I actually think
was
he
third
played
in big time throws as well,
Yeah,
which is incredible.
I think he played better than Jalen Hurts. Actually,
absolutely, 1,000%.
Even though Jalen Hurts won they won the game. He missed some receivers. There were receivers wide open that he missed.
Right.
I mean, he didn't even throw it to them. He threw to the other guy who was covered more. So I think that Mac Jones outplayed Hurts. I think Hurts was upset by the defensive scheme, right? The Belichick. I think they had a good scheme. They suffered from the turnovers early. That the Eagles got points off both of them, and if that hadn't happened, I think the Patriots would have won the game. I was disappointed the Patriots lost, but I feel some confidence that the Patriots are a much better team than they were last year. I think Bill O'Brien did a pretty good job, right?
I do as well.
He saw the running game wasn't there. He didn't try to keep going to it. He went with the passing game, and it was an exciting game to watch. I enjoyed the game.
And that's the big thing. Something that, maybe Joe Judge and Matt Patricia didn't do last season, but what Josh McDaniels did in Mac Jones' rookie year and what Bill O'Brien seemed to do in this game was he actually put trust in Mac Jones. He said, we can't run the ball. We're not going to try to keep running it and hoping, Stevenson finds a couple holes and Zeke actually finds a couple holes. No, we're going to let Mac Jones throw the ball basically the entire game. And that's exactly what they did. He had over 300 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, which is absolutely insane, especially for a guy that, what's crazy is that obviously social media, as soon as that interception happened, people were screaming for Zappy to come into the game and Mac Jones sucks. However, I'll say this. It's unfortunate that, this loss kind of came at the hands of a rookie wide receiver in Kayshon Boutte, who you had actually going in the first round for your draft. So this is what happened. This was an earlier, it was at the third quarter, a beautiful throw by Mac Jones on a comeback route. You got to get the feet down. You got to have awareness. I mean, this one, he didn't even try to get his feet down. It's kind of just like he was nonchalantly catching the ball and figuring he was in bounds. And then it was the big one on the 4th and 11, which is coming up right now. This one was just unfortunate. I mean, you kind of... that was a pause screen. So, I mean, the 4th and 11, this is the big one. This is end of the game, essentially. It was a little bit better, but you got to get your sideline feet better. You got to have a better toe touch. And unfortunately, Kayshon Boutte did not get it done. It was unfortunate because this is actually a beautiful throw, and it was unfortunate that Kayshon Boutte could not get his feet in. So that was basically the game there.
I think that's a coaching issue there because he's playing like he's still in college. You only get 1 foot down when you're in college, right? And it's called a catch. They got to teach him, when you're near the sideline, you got to have that awareness and drag the foot.
Right.
Even if you fall down, so what? You make the catch, you drag your foot. He could have done that on that last catch. It's just a rookie mistake.
It is.
I think that those rookies played well. I think the Douglas, Demario Douglas, he played well, and so did Boutte. Played okay. I think they just need a little more experience. Being in the NFL game is a lot different than college. And you just got to know, you got to have better presence on the field. Know if you're near the sideline, you got to drag that foot.
Yeah.
Right.
What's unfortunate is that, Kayshon Boutte looked good running his routes, but it's unfortunate. 4 targets, no catches, no yards. And then that's what's shocking because he was supposed to be, this monster dude, this diamond in the rough kind of a thing. But I got to give it, here's the thing that I didn't understand last season. Where was Kendrick Bourne? Where was he last year? Yeah, apparently he was in Matt Patricia's doghouse.
Yeah.
He comes into this game, 6 catches, 64 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's exactly what we saw Mac Jones' rookie year. Mac Jones was slinging it to Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne actually had some of the best touchdowns in Mac Jones' rookie year. And you know what? It looks like the Mac Jones-Bourne connection is once again back, and that's huge. Hunter Henry had a great 4th down catch on one of those questionable 4th down calls. It was like a 4th and 8 or something like that. It was actually a bad throw by Mac Jones, and Hunter Henry made a spectacular play.
Tapped it up in the air so he could get under it. Yeah.
And so, I mean, the Patriots look good. I mean,
Gesicki got a catch there too.
Yeah, I believe it was the one right before. It might have been the one before this 4th down one. He was alone and he ran up the right sideline to set up what was unfortunately the final set of the game. But you know what? I came into the season saying I can't see a way the Patriots win more than 7 games. I'm starting to to see some light.
Yeah.
But could this just be Super Bowl hangover for the Eagles? That's going to be the big question mark here. They lost Shane Steichen, and you know what? Once again, the Brian Daboll effect here. You come in and you grow with an offensive coordinator or a head coach, whatever the case may be, or a quarterback coach, like I said, whatever the case may be. You lose them, and now you're with a new guy that you have to form a relationship with, that you have to grind with, that you have to, understand one another, find what's comfortable, find what you like running. And you know what? Shane Steichen right now, head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. Jalen Hurts no longer has him as his OC. So it's going to be interesting how Jalen Hurts actually plays this season. Brand new offensive coordinator. The Eagles defense needs to play under a brand new DC. I don't know. The offensive line was bad. For the Patriots. The offensive line was pretty bad.
It was better than I thought it was going to be, though.
It was better
in terms of the pass defense.
Yeah.
I think maybe they went into the game thinking they were going to throw the ball a lot, right? But they focused more on the pass defense because it was okay. It wasn't. I mean, 58 dropbacks, 2 sacks.
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
And
right?
and being pressured on a third and only taking 2 sacks.
Yeah,
that's the big thing right there.
Yeah, that's a big stat too.
So I mean, I'm still nervous because you're going up against teams like, you're playing the Jets still. You have to play Kansas City eventually.
How about Miami?
You also got to play Miami.
Their offense
Miami
like electric.
This week, Sunday Night Football. It's going to be big, and then they just came from a game against the... By the way, Brandon Staley's done after this year. He's completely done. I'm sure we'll talk about it later on throughout the season, but Brandon Staley's focus is defense, and you can't even get your own side of the ball correct. And then that's something, that's why I think Robert Saleh has an upper hand there. Robert Saleh got his defense corrected, got the Jets' defense corrected. So I think, at least in that part, Brandon Staley can't get his own defense right. You have all these pieces, and you can't even get it right. He's gone by the end of the year, regardless of what happens. I guarantee you, Brandon Staley will be fired. But you know what? The light just got turned up a little bit for the Patriots this season. But still, the AFC is hard. Their own division is going to be very, very difficult.
I thought the Chargers had a really good defense.
On paper, we talked about this.
Paper,
we talked about this on Friday.
They got smoked. They got smoked.
I mean, Tua threw over 466 yards. They gave up 500 total yards. Tyreek Hill, he's going for that 2,000-yard record. He had over 200 yards receiving.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, Chargers defense got cooked.
We'll see what the Patriots can do against them. It's going to be very hard, I think.
And what's crazy is that Christian Gonzalez may go up against Tyreek Hill or go up against Jalen Waddle, both 2 near impossible tasks for a rookie cornerback. So what you got to do is you got to play zone. Screw the man, and that's what the Chargers played a lot of man against the fastest guy in pads in the NFL. Yeah. So the Patriots got to play some zone. I'd say you can let the Dolphins run. Let them run if they want to. Don't let Tyreek Hill go 200 yards on you. That's going to be the big thing. Don't let Tua get over the top and throw the ball deep.
I think you have to blitz Tua. Yeah, you got to put pressure on him, try to get him to make some bad passes.
And I got to say this, Patriots' red zone defense was very, very good in this game.
Yeah.
Forced a
Let me
lot
ask
of
you
field
this.
goals. Yeah.
What happened to Josh Uche?
Yeah, I think he had a sack.
Missing in
I think he had a
action.
sack this game.
Did he really? I didn't hear his name called hardly at all in that game. I didn't even see him out there most of the time. I didn't think he was out there very much.
He had 1 QB hit, or that's the QB sack. Yeah, no, he had 1 tackle this entire game, and that was the sack. He didn't do much, but he did have one of their 3 sacks.
They play a lot of players on defense. There were a lot of big rotation, a lot of people in and out of there.
Yeah. No, Keon White had a pass deflected, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, he played well.
Juwan Bentley had a great game, 9 tackles, 3 solos, 1 tackle for a loss. Christian Gonzalez even had a sack in this game, which is impressive.
Safety sack.
I don't know. The Eagles, they're going to be interesting to watch because if the Cowboys are this dominant, I don't know. My Week 8 standings change may have the Cowboys, maybe winning out the entire NFC.
The Cowboys have a swagger, that's for sure, and their defense is unbelievable. Micah Parsons, a really good
Defensive
game.
Player of the Year. That was my pick this season. Defensive Player of the Year. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.